I gotta say, move over Eva, move over Kat, move over Danny, move over Chelsea, move over Madison. Lynette's gonna be the new hottest character in town. Happy Friday, everyone, fellow Beyond the Gates viewers. It is Friday after all. You know what that means with Beyond the Gates? Filler Friday. I did feel like a lot of today was kind of filler again, but there was stuff that I did like, so we might as well start with Bill and Hayley today, where we started the episode with Bill walking into his office and finding her in there working hard on all of his files, and dumb Bill thanked Hayley for helping when he collapsed. He still thinks he collapsed because he didn't eat a lot that day. He also thanks her for all her hard work, keeping his work up to date while he was out. First of all, I went on this rant yesterday. I'll rant again. I do feel like they're writing Bill to be too dumbed down for the plot. I get he's a typical guy. We're kind of easy to swindle. Not gonna lie. You just gotta, you show some attention. You can really, really play a guy pretty easily, which is what Hayley did with this story to get him to cheat on Danny. And he was already a cheater, so that probably wasn't even hard. And then now she's plotting his demise, and he's so obtuse to it when it comes to Hayley. I get that, but when they really started to dumb him down a little too much was with the whole pregnancy thing and the whole she's taking birth control to help her hormones so that she can have a child. Like, that's so ass backwards, and I think a smart lawyer like Bill would have thought that was suspicious. So when I say that Bill is being dumbed down, I don't necessarily think it's because he can't tell that Hayley's poisoning him. I don't think that Bill should be able to tell that, but maybe noticing more signs about the way Hayley acts, because they're also writing Hayley and Randy to be pretty dumb with the way that they're going about this poisoning plot. But I digress. I still do find Bill dumbed down. Hayley seems to be planning to take him to St. Bart's to isolate him. And I saw someone mention this a week or two ago, and I'm going to have to agree, that is starting to be reminiscent of a old storyline from the old soap opera Another World back in 1980, where the character of Janice took Mac away to an island when she was poisoning Mac, and the only one that was onto that was his ex-wife Rachel. I did a video about this, the best storylines from a soap opera in 1980, and I included that storyline. And I do feel like they're trying to rip that off if that's the direction the story is going. If Hayley's trying to isolate Bill to take him to an island to finish him off there. If Danny is the one that starts to be suspicious about the poisoning, then they are for sure ripping that story off. And I wouldn't mind them ripping off that story. It's a good story. Now, I do feel like they need to put a little more work to get us to that point, but that's kind of the direction it seems to be going in. Hayley was ranting to Randy today how she wants to take Bill away and isolate him because he can't be at one of his doctors if he's being poisoned, even if it's untraceable, allegedly. While Hayley was out ranting to Randy, some lady was looking for Bill, needing a new attorney. This woman, I think her name was Lynette. Yes, Lynette. She is being accused of embezzling and other crimes in the place she worked at. She's saying she's innocent, and Bill's saying he's going to defend her pretty good, I guess. I mean, hopefully he really is better at his attorney job than just everyday smarts with his relationship. But I'm intrigued because at the end of the episode, Bill introduced Lynette and Hayley, and they seem to know each other from the past. And is Lynette someone that's been a scam artist too with Hayley? I don't know, but I'm excited for new blood. And also, the actress that plays Lynette is fine. I had to look her up after the episode aired. And I gotta say, move over Eva, move over Kat, move over Danny, move over Chelsea, move over Madison. Lynette's gonna be the new hottest character in town. So I'm excited for Lynette. Let's see what Lynette has to offer for this story. So good to see new blood. Hopefully them bringing in all this new blood means they're going to start writing some of these people out, maybe killing one or two of them off. I will say if they copy the Another World storyline, the person that was doing the poisoning was killed off by the ex-wife. Is that where they're going with Danny? Will Danny kill off Hayley? I kind of don't want Hayley to die. I don't want anyone from this story to die because it's like their best story. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they only copy that storyline a little bit. Now, unfortunately, Vanessa was on today, starting the episode flirting with Joey on the phone, and then ran into Eva and Leslie, or they called her over to talk to her. At first, Vanessa thought they were inquiring her business of the escort service because I guess that's on the top of Vanessa's mind, and she was bragging to Joey about how she has brought that business up. But they're talking about her finding a location for their free clinic. Leslie does seem to be on board with Eva and Samantha's plans for the free clinic. Vanessa was also giving them business advice. I guess we'll see where that free clinic storyline is going. It's not exactly, riveting, but I get the idea behind it. This show has to be a little political since it does take place on the outskirts of Washington, D.C., so that does make sense. Then Vanessa met up with Joey, and they are kissing in public now. Vanessa loved his public display of affection the other day when he finally decided she's not his dirty little secret anymore. But Vanessa wants more. She wants more commitment. Joey scolded her again today, which he's been doing a lot of lately. And he needs to do it because Vanessa's off her rocker or something. Joey is saying that she just lost her husband. He's not even cold in his grave, which almost made Vanessa slap him, but he stopped her. He says that Vanessa is not his dirty secret and she needs to grieve her husband before this becomes a serious issue or before they get more serious. Says she can't be happy with what he's willing to give. She's still accusing him of running scared. She's saying she's not his ex-wife, which gave me a great idea of what I wish they would do, which is bring in his ex-wife. And it needs to be Lynn Herring, who played opposite of him on General Hospital, where he was Kevin, still is Kevin on occasion. She was Lucy. They were a super couple on General Hospital once upon a time. If they're ripping off a storyline from Another World, why not just rip off the character of Lucy? I think she would be a very entertaining-like character for the show. To not only give a lot of grief to Joey, but to go head-to-head with Vanessa. So that's something that can make me care a little bit more about this storyline, is bringing in the ex-wife and bringing someone like Lynn Herring to play his ex-wife because of the history there on another soap opera. But overall, the Vanessa and Joey stuff still mostly makes me groan. Kat and Tomas talked today. I'm going to be honest with you. It was hard for me to care about these scenes today. I feel like this relationship does nothing for me. And I do feel like the writing for the character of Kat is getting better because we are at least getting more insight on why Kat feels the way she feels about things and her inner insecurities, which has come out a lot because of this relationship or because of Eva or both. But she hit Tomas with the cliche, it's not you, it's me today, about why she's afraid to move in with him. She's afraid if they move in together, he will realize how much he doesn't actually like her. I can see why Kat feels this way because he just slept with her half-sister not that long ago. All this is making me see is that this relationship is not good for Kat, and I hope that's what the writing is trying to tell us, and it's not trying to tell us that they actually are a good couple, because they're not. They suck. Now, at the same time, Leslie wants Eva to call Tomas to be their lawyer for this whole business with the free clinic. She also suspects that Eva still wants Tomas and should fight for him because that's what Leslie does with her men. Hopefully for once, Eva is not like her mama and doesn't keep fighting for Tomas, because that will just be as redundant as the damn Derek and Ashley shit. This show has to learn how to pivot. they're really bad at pivoting their stories into better directions. So hopefully that was just Leslie being annoying, and that's not something Eva's actually going to do. Ted and Chenise ended up at Orphe Jean's today, with June taking their order. They both wanted the fish special, but there was only one fish left, so they ended up having to split it with each other. I guess they've gotten June over her crush on Ted, because today was all about Chenise and Ted having another date together, really. And Chenise seems impressed with what she is getting from Ted. So the show continues to push those two in the direction of coupling up. I'm still wary because this is Ted we're talking about, and they haven't given him great writing overall. And a lot of us, like people in the comments, like Hemi and others, don't want Chenise to just be used as a prop in a storyline for Ted and Nicole. So hopefully Chenise just continues to get a point of view from this story. And then the last couple on today was Jacob and Naomi. You know, they're having couples therapy, getting homework from couples therapy. Jacob tried to do something nice, which at first wasn't working, which was get them in a hotel room to have some sex and have some romance with rose petals on the bed and all that. And when they started kissing at first and almost making out, Naomi was feeling uncomfortable because it was feeling forced. They end up watching some love movie, a romantic movie, I guess, which brought them closer in the moment, which helped Naomi loosen up, which helped them make love. I actually didn't mind their scenes today. I mean, I still think them as a couple are quite boring, but I didn't mind their scenes today. Naomi was a little annoying as usual when she was rejecting Jacob at first, but they pulled it together in the end in bed. So good for them, I guess. Maybe we're getting over their trials and tribulations of their coupling. So that was it today. We have a new character. I'm excited about Lynette, honestly. Next week's preview, I don't like that Nicole and Carlton are having a love scene, apparently. We just put Nicole in a direction with Kyle where they actually have chemistry. Nicole's been rejecting Carlton for months. They've given Carlton no real progress as a character. In fact, someone in the comments, sorry, I don't remember who, mentioned how we learned more about Kyle in one episode than we've ever learned about Carlton, and that person was very correct. So that was the only thing in the preview that had me concerned. This show likes to take something in a right direction, but then fall back on something they've already done that wasn't working. We saw that with Ashley and Derek when they could have moved Derek onto Chenise. We're seeing that again with Derek when they could move Derek onto Cheryl. And now they seem to be doing that with Nicole and Carlton, which is the biggest head scratcher because they've put zero effort into making Carlton a good character. These are the things that make me put my arms up like this when I watch the show and the writing lately over the past few months. But at least we have some new blood to look forward to. That's the thing that's keeping me strong with this show right now. Still, they need to make some major changes with some of the characters and some of the writing.